Most AI video models completely fall apart when you ask them to generate complex movements or realistic physics. A basketball bouncing off the rim, a gymnast performing on the pommel horse, cloth tearing. These are the types of motions that break even the best models. But there's a new technique that just dropped that can turn any existing video model into a physics powerhouse. It's called self-refining video sampling, and it's honestly kind of insane how well it works. So before we dive into the technical stuff, let me show you the numbers. In human evaluations, over 73% of people preferred videos generated with this method over the standard sampler when it came to motion quality. That's a massive improvement. When they tested it on robotics tasks, the grasp success rate jumped by 11% on Cosmos and over 8% on WAN. And for physics alignment, 84% of evaluators said the self-refined videos were more realistic than the base model outputs. These aren't small gains. This technique is genuinely making video models understand physics better. All right, let me show you what this actually looks like in action. Check out this gymnast performing. This is the type of movement that most video models absolutely butcher. You'll usually get weird artifacts, extra limbs appearing out of nowhere, or physically impossible poses. But with self-refining, look at how clean this is. The movement is generated successfully and very effectively. This technique is also incredibly useful for generating physically accurate robotic videos, which can massively help with robot training since these videos are so close to reality. Now, look at this cloth being torn. This would be extremely difficult for normal video models to generate because of the complex physics involved. But watch this. While it's not 100% perfect, the way the cloth splits and moves is quite similar to how it would happen in real life. Now check out this basketball. Generating this kind of movement is incredibly difficult for video models. Watch the ball come in, hit the rim first, bounce up, and then go back into the basket. This is natural, realistic movement, whereas other video models really struggle to generate this type of complex motion. All right, now let me show you the comparison videos where they really put this to the test. They generated videos using the WAN 2.2 14 billion parameter model, both with the base model and with this new self-refining method. They also compared it against other methods like NFEX2 and FlowMo to see how it stacks up. First comparison. The prompt is a sprinter explodes out of the starting blocks, body at a 45-degree angle, transitioning into an upright running posture. Look at the FlowMo result. It's not bad, but it lacks that feeling of the body suddenly transitioning into an upright running posture. Now check the NFEX2 result. This is completely useless. There's no running at all. He's just sliding across the ground. And the base model? Not accurate at all. You can literally see him develop a third leg, and the movement looks more like a weird jump than a sprint. But with self-refining, he makes that slight explosive jump from the initial starting position and then transitions into running. This is much closer to reality. Next up, a really complex movement. A trapeze artist releases their bar, performing a triple somersault in midair and is caught by a catcher on the opposing bar. The FlowMo result looks fine at the start, but then flaws appear. There's a lack of accuracy in the midair rotation. The NFE result is completely useless, as you can see. It fails to generate the movement properly. The base model is absolutely terrible, full of artifacts, and the generation is very poor. But look at the self-refined version. He performs the somersault really well, and then jumps to stand on the platform below. This is quite close to reality. Not 100% perfect, but substantially closer. Here's the pommel horse gymnast. A gymnast on a pommel horse swings their legs in wide circle flares, supporting their entire weight on their alternating hands. The FlowMo result seems okay at first, but you can clearly see artifacts in her legs, so it's not right. In the NFE result, her legs are spread apart and her hands are fixed in one place while she rotates. Her hands don't change position, which is completely inaccurate. The base model is similar to NFE with incorrect movement, but the self-refined version? This is the most accurate result. Very impressive and quite close to reality. I can't see any visible flaws. The movement is correct, and this is producing some genuinely excellent generations. Now here's a sword fight. A sword fighter parries a heavy blow from an opponent's axe, causing the axe to slide down the blade and spark against the crossguard. So it needs to generate that clash and spark. In the FlowMo result, there's no impact between them at all. They don't even collide. They try to, but it doesn't happen. The NFE result is terrible, so many artifacts. And what kind of axe even is that? An axe shouldn't look like that. The base model also has tons of artifacts. The sword suddenly turns into an axe or gets replaced by one and vice versa. The self-refined version isn't perfectly accurate, but it's a better result than all the others. It's an acceptable result, even if we can't call it excellent. Back to the basketball. A basketball hits the rim, bounces straight up, hits the backboard, and finally falls through the net. The FlowMo result is okay, acceptable. The NFE result is not accurate though. The ball goes into the net and then bounces back up out of the net, which makes no physical sense. The base model has major flaws. The net starts moving on its own, and the ball doesn't even go inside it. The self-refined version is much better in my opinion. The ball first hits the rim, collides with it, then passes through the net and goes down. This is quite good. One more. A parkour athlete runs up a vertical wall, grabs the ledge, and muscles up to stand on the roof in one fluid motion. Look at how many artifacts are in the FlowMo result. It doesn't look physically accurate in any way. The NFE result also lacks accuracy. You can definitely tell this is AI generated. The base model has issues too, but the self-refined method generates something much closer to reality. Not 100% perfect, but a much better, much improved result. It's acceptable. So overall, these comparisons are quite impressive. You can also see examples for robotic videos. These are the types of videos that can be used for robot training. When you compare them with the base model movements don't look realistic at all. But generated with this method, they look much better and much closer to reality, which means robots can learn quite effectively from them. So how does this actually work? Here's the simple version. The technique is called Predict-and-Perturb. Basically, it takes advantage of the fact that video models based on flow matching are already trained as something called denoising autoencoders. At each step during video generation, instead of just moving forward, the method does a little loop. It predicts what the clean video should look like, then adds a bit of noise back in at the same noise level, then predicts again. This iterative refinement pulls the video towards more realistic, higher quality outputs that follow actual physics. The key insight is that the model already learned physics from its training data. This technique just helps it use that knowledge more effectively. They also added something called uncertainty-aware refinement, which means it only refines the parts of the video that involve motion, leaving static backgrounds alone. This prevents oversaturation and keeps the video looking natural. Now for availability. The code has been officially released on GitHub, so you can actually use this right now. I'll drop links to the project page and the GitHub repo in the description so you can check out the full details and try it yourself. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please be sure to like and comment. I will see you in my next video.